I've been making videos on block battles every day for the last couple months, and you may have missed some or watched them out of order, and that's okay, because in this video, I have all of them in order. So I hope you enjoy season 3 of block battles. If you like the videos, then make sure to subscribe. We're really close to hitting 400k. Here we go. I love block battles, starting out with the pumpkin wall, taking away the sun and granting a luck bonus, drops the sun war, which has a 65% chance to work, and it does. The wolf egg comes out, instantly countered by the bone method, drinks water to stop the sun debuff, plays the red glass wall, sets up a candle circle, granting an armor bonus, but the armor stand nullifies it, dropping the fletching table, but countered by the dripstone, gets high ground with the trapdoors, putting down the purple block, which got extremely nerfed, countered by the flower pot, but countered by the cornflower to end the game. Wow, it's interesting seeing mobs implemented in the games. I wonder how this is going to change the meta. In block battles, the rank distribution just got released for season 3. Each rank has 3 divisions. Leather rank has 14% of players. Copper rank has 12% of players. Iron rank has 24% of players. Gold rank has 30% of players. Gold 3 is definitely still the most common. Diamond rank has 9% of players. Emerald rank has 6% of players. Netherite rank has 3.9% of players. Amethyst rank has 1.075% of players. Then there is top 100, which you can compete in the end of season league. I got a pretty hard reset back down to Diamond 3 for the new season. Where did the rank reset put you? I love block battles, starting out with the railroad strap, but countered by the piston method, placing down a tree combo, countered by another piston method, using the boat to create some space, puts down a furnace, countered by the no block, plays the ally for 50 luck, but takes it over with the cookie, places the cobweb to slow, drops the pro block, countered by the verdant froglight, but countered by the fence gate to end the game. Wow. Even at low elo, you can see that the meta keeps changing with the addition of mobs. I wonder which mob we'll see next. In block battles, you can do biome warps. Using a biome warp actually gives you an advantage in the match. I'm going to try and show you the ones I know, which is not that many for season 3. Mushroom warp has a 20% chance to work. The Void Warp has a 5% chance to work. The Desert Warp has a 65% chance to work. The Sun Warp, which only works on Wednesdays. The Book Warp has a 10% chance. The Ocean Warp has a 10% chance as well. The Amethyst Warp has a 5% chance. And the End Warp, which only has a 1% chance, usually needing a luck buff to boost the odds. These are the only warps I've practiced. Which warps do you know? I love block battles, starting out with the Beehive, countered by the Honey, places a cowbell, countered by the Flint and Steel, drops the pumpkin wall, taking away the sun, granting 20 luck, but the lamp combo brings back the sun, using the glowstone to proc a flashbang, gaining an extra turn, taking out the warden, which would only come out on Sundays, but the item frame reverses the mob egg. Then the purple block comes out, countered by the verdant froglight, but countered by the fence gate, countered by the button to end the game. Wow, you were able to tell this was over as soon as the item frame counter came out to reverse the S tier mob. Overall, it was a great match. In block battles, there are ranks. We are going to watch a leather 3 match, which is the lowest rank in block battles. Starting out with the pumpkin wall to take away the sun and granting 20 luck, this is a solid start with the buff. Places down a torch circle to bring back the sun. This is an older move used a ton in beta. Placing down the starter glass wall, setting up a candle circle, only granting a gold chestplate. Must be all they have. The sea combo comes out to grant some extra health, but countered by the trap door. Ender pearls to make some space, plays a sea lantern. How do they even have that block? Use the turtle method to box up, procs the fire warp for some reason, plays the armor stand to counter the candle circle, but the pearl block comes out to end the game. Wow, this was definitely a low elo match, but hey, we all got to start somewhere. In block battles, there was this player who won 87 matches in a row. They went from leather 3 all the way to amethyst 2 without being detected, ruined countless players' games with just this one block. Let me tell you how they did it. Somehow, they were able to grab a command block where they were able to end the game right when it started. They won all of their matches within 15 minutes and now are permanently banned from block battles. Have you ever experienced any hackers? In block battle season 3, mobs were introduced, and this is my tier list for them. In D tier, we have the cat, chicken, frog, cod, tadpole, bee, and turtle. All have tons of counters and provide little buffs. In C tier, we have the skeleton, zombie, and bat, which need to be at night to activate their abilities. The pig, squid, and cow also provide buffs only on Thursdays and Sundays. In B tier, we have the enderman, which gives a 30% chance using the void warp. The fox and rabbit both provide 20 luck. The slime and magma cube both provide a 40% stun rate. In A tier, we have the ally giving 50 luck, the goat for 20 jump boost, the horse, which is great for armor combos, the panda, polar bear, and vindicator all give 20 strength. And finally, in S tier, we have the dolphin, which grants 30 speed boost, the iron golem granting a 50 strength boost, the parrots to nullify 1 debuff, the sheep, where if you get the pink one, you instantly win the game, but it has a 0.164 spawn rate, the axolotl, where if you get the dark blue variant that has a 0.0 0.083% spawn rate. It will alt it for your opponent's game. And finally, the Warden, where you have a 40% chance to make your opponent lose 2 turns. The Band Eggs: Drowned, Creeper, Cave Spider, Elder Guardian, Gas, Phantom, and Witch. If I missed any, it's because I haven't seen them used yet in Season 3. What's your favorite mob? I love block battle. Starting out with the blue wool countered by the gray carpet setting for blue glass wall, plays the Rav for 20 luck, drops the red banners, but canceled up by the snow warp, which has a 73% chance to work, and it does. Trying to stop the debuff with the fire warp, but fails, uses snowball to gain another turn in the snow biome, playing a sheep, drops a verdant frog light, but countered by the fence gate, countered by the button, countered by the piston method to end the game. Wow, I'm surprised to see such a solid deck in gold elo. Overall, it was a great match. In block battles, there are clans. Clans will recruit players to gain rep on the server. Some clans only take high-ranking players, Emerald 2 and up, like the Paladins. But most clans will take almost anybody. One of the biggest clans is the Bats, with almost 8% of all the players. Being in a clan helps new players learn more about combos and strategies, and makes events a lot easier. Some clan leaders will even supply rare blocks. Which clans have you thought about joining? In Block Battle Season 3, you can end the game in one move, but it's extremely rare, and you need to get a pink sheep with a 0.164% spawn rate, and someone finally was able to do it. Starting out with the sheep egg, getting the pink sheep to end the game. Wow, the amount of times this player probably lost to finally pull it off. Overall, it was a great match. In block battles, you can trade items. In the newest edition of Season 3, they added a trading station. By completing quests, you can get the ability to get rare items, like the Sea Lantern and the Warden. And right above the shop, they have a station where you can trade items with others. But there has been a big problem. I know the devs have been working on a patch to prevent scamming. What do you think of the new trading station? Are you stuck at the bottom of the ranks in block battles? Well, I have some tips to help you finally start climbing. Tip number 1, understanding the meta. By learning which blocks counter each other and taking extra time to plan your loadout before your match. Tip number 2, practice placements. Players lose turns all the time misplacing blocks, so it's important to go to the training room to practice. Tip number 3, finding a clan. Most clans usually accept lower ranks to gain more influence and tend to work as a team to help everyone rank up. And for the final tip, make sure you take a high percentage warp like the snow warp with a 73% chance instead of the void warp, which only has a 5% chance, and try to make a deck to combo with your warp. Hopefully these tips can help you climb in block battles. What tips help you climb the ranks? In block battles, there are ranks. And what if you smurfed in the lowest rank? Let's find out. Starting out with the Ender Pearl play, instantly setting up for a default glass wall, places down the cake method to gain 50 luck, but puts a button down for some reason. Setting up for the void warp, which has a 5% chance, but increased due to the luck buff, and it works. Plays the wolf, but fails due to being in the void warp. Gets high ground with the trapdoors, plays the enchantment table, but countered by the dragon head, then with the white wool, instantly countered with the light blue carpet, turtles up with the doors, but again, countered by the button method. Plays the pink bed, then the Skulk Sensor comes out to end the game, which can only work on Tuesdays. Wow, this match was definitely one-sided, and the devs should really fix the smurfing problem. Have you played against a smurf? In block battles, you can be disqualified in many ways. If you are stepping off the board, you lose instantly. Some players accidentally do this with using items like the chorus fruit. Another way is taking too long to make your play, so you have to make sure that you plan your deck accordingly. You can also lose a turn by messing up your combo. That's why it's important to go to the practice hall to perfect your moves before your matches. Have you ever been disqualified in block battles? A couple times a year, Block Battles runs events where players do challenges and complete achievements to get rewards. With the spring event starting called the Warp Side event, you will have the chance to get the Biome Break, which was used in the last Leagues tournament in the finals. Make sure you are saving up your blocks to compete in the event, or even teaming up with a clan. Last year, only one player was able to complete all of the achievements. Hopefully more players can this season. The event starts tomorrow. Are you competing? In block battles, the Warp Side event has started. Here are some ways I found to earn points in this event. By collecting every single mob egg, which can be very difficult, collecting every wool color, by successfully using 15 warps, completing the block battles parkour challenge in the town hall, and joining a clan. I'm pretty sure there are a lot more ways to get points. If you can complete all of the challenges, the max points you can get is 85, which then you will be eligible to get the Biome Break. Here are the leaderboards for the event so far. How many points do you have? In block battles, there are ranks. We are going to guess which rank these players are. Starting out with the standard glass wall, Ender Pearls to close the space, but dropping the stone wall, but countered by the stone cutter, using the turtle method for some reason, drops the resin torch, Ender Pearls away, placing a cake for 50 luck, drops the candle to proc an armor bonus, only giving gold boots, but the armor set takes away the buff, putting up another defensive wall, but fails due to the button play. Cobweb comes out, then the purple block gets placed above their head, ending the game. The misplacement on the purple block was definitely a blunder, especially especially that the other player only had a defensive deck, gave me the impression that they were trolling. Overall, it was an okay match. What rank do you think this was? In block battles, developers just released how the MMR system works. By winning multiple games in a row, you will climb the ranks a lot faster. Most players win about 15 points per match and lose about 12 depending where your MMR stands. There was also a leak for Season 3 where if it's Monday and you lose a match, it will tank your MMR, but if you win, you'll gain twice as fast. I was able to ask the developers why they did this, and they responded with, why not? Lately, I've lost a ton of matches and demoted to Netherite 2. What's the most games you've lost in a row? I just got promoted to Amethyst 3, and I'm going to show you my rank up match. Starting out with putting down the Sea Lantern, drops the Verdant Froglight, countered by the Fence Gate, countered by the button to proc the Revive, drops the Enderman, granting a 30% boost to proc the Void Warp, gets high ground with the Purple Carpet Strat, sets up the Void Warp, but with the buff, it works. Uses the Piston to get high ground again, so I use the Piston Strat to get high ground as well, drops a Levitating Potion, but countered by the Nether Star to end the game. Wow. Looking back at my gameplay, this game really could have gone either way if I didn't play the Nether Star. Overall, it was a great match. In block battles, there's this clan called the Ghouls. They are notorious for finding exploits, elo boosting, generating Smurf accounts, and more. The devs also released information about the hacker that won 87 matches was actually associated with the Ghouls. The developers tried countless times to disband this clan, but it always finds a way to rebuild itself. The weird thing about the Ghouls is that not just anybody can join. You have to be invited to this clan. So I wish I could give more information, but this is all I know about the Ghouls. In block battles, there was this player who went from Leather 3 all the way to Netherite 2, which was 103 matches in a row. They were able to complete this within 8 minutes before getting caught with this hack. And this is how they did it. They were able to mass produce pink dye, which is a banned item in block battles. They would run a full sheep deck, and every time they would place a sheep, they would dye it so fast that the system would just end the game. I was able to ask the devs, why don't they just fix the system? And they responded with, it's just way too much code, so the item's just banned. Anyways, this is the story about the pink sheep hacker, and now they are permanently banned from block battles. Have you ever experienced any hackers? Have you seen a Smurf versus a Smurf in block battles? Yes, and this is how it went. Starting out with the Ender Pearl to close the space, drops the cake for 50 luck, plays the Fire Warp, drops the pair to nullify the debuff from the Fire Warp, putting down the red wool, countered by the glowstone, causing a flashbang to lose a turn, setting it for the Ice Warp. Then the Stone Wall comes out, but using the Carpet Strat to get high ground, plays the Sea Lantern, but the Snow Warp resets the map, so it nullifies the Sea Lantern, uses the Snowball Strat, which only works to the Snow Biome, stunning the opponent and putting down the purple block to end the game. Wow, both of these players were smurfing in leather and probably shocked at how much they had to focus. Overall, it was a great match. In block battles Season 3, you can end the game in one move, causing your opponent's game to log out. But it's extremely rare. You need to get the blue axolotl that has a 1 in 1200 chance, and it happened to me. This is how the game went. Starting out with the axolotl egg, getting the blue axolotl to end the game. Wow, this was my demotion game, bringing me back to Netherite 1. Overall, it was an unlucky match. In block battles, there was this warp called the Aether Warp. The developers created this warp as a troll, and it would give you a 1000 luck boost, so you would be able to spawn tons of rare items every time. Once block battles became more popular in early Season 1, the developers hid this warp deep in the code. I'm not sure why they didn't just remove it. A member from the Ghouls was able to access the old code and somehow found a command block. They took advantage of this warp and were able to win 50 games in a row before the developer team stopped them. Instead of banning the player, they went through their old code and finally deleted the Aether Warp. What would you have done? In block battles, there was this player who is Leather 2, and they think they could be Diamond. So we arranged the match, and this is how it went. The Diamond player starting out with the Pumpkin Wall to take away the sun, attempts to do the Fire Warp but misplaces the item, putting down the glass wall, turtles up for some reason, using a redstone torch to counter, Ender Pearls to create some distance, plays the Bat Witch procs the debuff because it's night, the cow comes out but it's not Thursday or Sunday, drops the trapdoor wall using a stone cutter to get over, plays the rabbit for 20 luck, dropping the candle circle for the armor buff, putting down the stone wall, getting high ground with the Carpet Strat, eating a chorus for going out of bounds to end the game. Wow, I cannot believe the Diamond player threw the match. Do you think this player should be Diamond? In block battles, there is a lot of combos and moves you can do to win games. With the season coming to an end, we are going to look at the most commonly used blocks used throughout all the ranks, starting out with the candles, the armor stand, the glowstone, the button, the gate, the pumpkin wall, the verdant froglight, the trap door, the the piston, the fire warp, the purple block, the rabbit mob egg, and the glass wall. Which moves did you use the most this season? In block battles, one time there was a cheater versus another cheater, and this is how the match went. Starting out placing a command block in the lever strap to remove the map. Neither one of them fell in, causing the match to continue. Spawning in a pink sheep, but it did nothing. Then it looks like they just gave up and flew away to end the game. Wow. I spoke to the developers and they are working on an anti-cheat for the launch of Season 4. Overall, it was a quick match. In block battles, Season 3 is coming to an end. The top 100 players will compete in the Leagues tournament. This season, the matches will be the best of 3, where the winner will be put in the Hall of Fame as the end champion for the season. All top 100 players will use their best blocks to try and progress through the tournament. If any top 100 players are watching this, good luck. And if you didn't quite make top 100, there's always next season. What rank did you make it to? The Leagues tournament has started for block battles, which is best of 3. Here we go. Starting out by putting down the sea lantern, places the purple block, countered by the flower pot, but countered by the cornflower, activating the sea lantern for a revive, places the candles to proc an armor bonus, setting up for another sea lantern, places the verdant froglight, countered by the fence gate, but countered by the button to proc the revive on the sea lantern, using the armor stand to nullify the buff, places the warden granting 2 extra turns, places the snow warp, comboed with the snowball to freeze, placing the purple block to end the game. Wow, the other player got very lucky throughout the match. Starting the second match off with an ally granting 50 luck, but the cookie to counter it, setting up for the void warp, but fails due to losing the luck, plays the orange and green bed combo, dropping the stone wall, but easily countered by the stone cutter, placing the ice warp, but the parrot stopping the debuff, uses the sponge combo to start a storm, but they place a lightning rod trap to end the game. Wow, the quarterfinals was extremely one-sided, but I'm looking forward to the semifinals. The Leagues tournament has started for block battles, and we are going to watch the semifinals, which is best of 3. Here we go. Starting out by putting down the brown wool, countered by the yellow carpet, placing the rabbit for 20 luck, uses the purple glass to make some space, dropping the cake method for 50 more luck, using the sea strap for bonus health. The ally comes out for another 50 luck, gets high ground with the carpet method, procs the end warp, which has a 2% chance, but works with the luck bonus, setting up a wood wall, drops the warden, but countered by an item frame, using the nether star to end the game. Wow, the developers need to fix the mobs. It feels like 100% luck is just unfair. Starting the second match off, getting high ground with the trapdoors, but placing down the sheep, getting the pink variant to end the game. Wow, the sheer luck this player got was crazy. They're probably planning on going to the last round if they lost, but the finals start tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. The Leagues tournament has started for block battles, and we're going to watch the finals. Starting out with the trapdoor wall, but the stone cutter counters it, using the turtle method, but dropping the piston strat to get high ground, goes out to proc the amethyst warp, which has a 5% chance, and works. Brings out a biome break to reset the board, playing a sea lantern, but the shulk core comes out, getting high ground with the carpet strat, plays the candle circle for an armor buff, but the armor stand nullifies it, plays the verdant froglight, but countered by the fence gate, but countered by the button to end the game. Starting off the second match by playing the slime block for some reason, drops the bat, but countered by the fire warp, plays the sunflower to gain a buff, plays the redstone to activate the slime buff, gaining a turn using the trapdoor method, but ender pearls out, getting high ground with the carpet, playing the pink sheep, but uses the enchanted shears to nullify the sheep, dropping the luck potion, but the flashbang purple block combo comes out to end the game. Starting the third match with the end crystal combo, placing the brown glass wall, setting it for a book which we saw last season, using the jail method, ender pearls out to create some space, but getting high ground with the carpet, drops the enchantment table, but is easily countered by the bed, trying to put down the purple block, countered by the flower pot, countered by the cornflower to end the game. Wow, and that was the finals. The Leagues tournament is coming to an end in block battles, and the rank 1 spot was decided for season 3. And for everyone that didn't quite make top 100, good luck on the climb next season. Developers announced the patch notes for season 4 come out tomorrow. I wonder if there's going to be any huge changes. The new season of block battle starts tomorrow, so we're going to go through the patch notes for season 4. The sea lantern, verdant froglight, and pistons and mob eggs were all vaulted. Players were comboing certain mobs to get a 100% luck chance to always proc rare warps like the amethyst warp and the end warp. Paintings were unvaulted and reworked. The brain coral was unvaulted but nerfed. The ice warp was buffed, now giving a 10% stun chance. Bedrock is still banned. They added the wood rank due to all the new players joining. Also, due to previous experiences involving exploits and elo boosting, anyone in the Ghouls clan will be heavily monitored. In addition, they released an anti-cheat as well this season to hopefully stop hacking. They also added a new map for battles, but you're still able to opt in for the legacy map. And finally, a new game mode called Rush, where you'll have 20 seconds to finish the match for a faster paced game. With all these changes, I wonder how this will affect the meta.